the top. Right? You see me, bing, bing, bing. You gotta be focused though, baby boy. You gotta be focused. Be focused to the people. This is rocking with your boy CBT. Listen, we're talking elite boxing here. You see what I'm saying? It's going to kill him. You see what I'm saying? Let's do that again. You see what I'm talking about? You rocking with CBT, rocking with your boy. Now listen to me.
Anthony Joshua don't take B-level fights. He want the best. He want that rematch. Cut the bull crap. Listen, people, you rocking with your boy CBT, man. At the end of the day, man, it was a great interview. It was an eye-opener. It let you into the world of Anthony Joshua, and he explained to you everything that he want to do. Look, man, he's open to having trainers come in and work with him like a guy like George Foreman. You understand what I'm saying? But I want y'all guys to really get that Anthony Joshua don't need new trainers. He don't need to do new techniques in order to beat Andy Ruiz. I don't want you guys, Anthony Joshua supporters to believe that he needs some different tactics going into the rematch with Andy Ruiz. Listen, people, after that third round, and my boy got shooken up with that headshot by Andy Ruiz, he was never the same. So you're looking at round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, and you see Andy on the front toe. You see Andy being first. You see Andy taking the fight to the big man and our guy Anthony Joshua, and you feel like, hold on, man, you got to work on some things. But people, you got to get this and understand that Anthony Joshua wasn't the same after that punch, man. So like I said before, man, I understand this before we get into the rest of the video, man. He don't need new trainers. He don't need new people coming into the camp in order to beat Andy Ruiz. Okay, see, well, I don't agree with that. Okay, my man saying that Anthony Joshua do need to come into the rematch with a different game plan. Okay, a game plan is different from coming in there with different tactics, new trainer, and a whole new mindset. Listen, I take pre-Anthony Joshua, meaning before the Andy Ruiz loss, and I guarantee you Anthony Joshua will knock out this cocksucker, man. Listen, Anthony Joshua round 2, round 3 into the knockdown was controlling the action, shooting the jab. He was timing Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz was trying to get in the inside. He was boxing beautifully, people. Now, I'm not against him bringing in people, training differently, doing different things, working on your game, because that's what you're supposed to do as a fighter. But I'm just saying that you don't need to do that in order to beat Ruiz. That's not what you need to do. Point blank, period. Now, at the end of the day, right, look, people were talking about where the fight going to take place. Like, Anthony Joshua will knock out this bum in Tijuana, Mexico, Madison Square Garden, or Carter. It doesn't matter. Anthony Joshua took the L. Listen, I told you guys a while ago that Dillian, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, all these guys are going to lose. Either to each other or to somebody else coming up in the ranking, like an Andy Ruiz. You understand me? Like an Ortiz. Like these killers, these B-level killers up there, heavyweight, anything can happen, right? So he got his L off his shoulder, man. He's shrugging off the rust, man. He's ready to go. His mind is clear. Listen, when you take a L, and now all the pressure is off Anthony Joshua, right? He took the L. Now it's time to come back and do your thing. And trust me when I tell you, with this motivation, it's going to make Anthony Joshua even better. Point blank, period, man. But, Andy Ruiz is talking crazy in the media. Like I told you before, everybody's saying he's a nice guy and, this, that, and the third, man. But it's just the game that he's playing. He wants you to believe he's a nice guy. He wants you to, he's a sleeper. He's a ringer. He's a decent fighter, but I don't like him, and I don't want him to be heavyweight champion of the world. I'd rather have Sloppy Wilder be heavyweight champion of the world. You understand me? With all the belts, unified champion. I do not like Andy Ruiz. I like one thing about his boxing style is that he's a front foot counterpuncher, and that's very rare for a big guy at heavyweight. Front foot counterpuncher. But I believe Anthony Joshua got all the tools right now. Without the new trainers, without anything else, is a way better fighter. And what I would like him to do, Anthony Joshua, what I did not like in that fight is when Anthony Joshua was clearly hurt and he tried to grab, which was smart. He didn't do enough of it, but when he did do it, Andy was aggressive. He was pushing him, putting his elbow in his neck, trying to get his hands loose so he can let his hands go on Anthony Joshua. And I felt like he was kind of manhandling Anthony Joshua. And for me, Anthony Joshua was big, strong, muscles. This guy works out. He pushed heavyweight. He should not allow a guy like Fat Boy Andy Ruiz to push him around like that. So if anything he needs to do is work on his physicality in that ring. Be more aggressive in the inside. Things he don't know how to do, because I don't want to say he don't know how to do, but he's not accustomed to doing is grabbing and being physical on the inside. I know as a big fighter, you show your dominance. You want to, always be the dominant guy in the ring, and you holding it's a sign of weakness. But this is the fight game. If you're hurt, you hold for dear life. But you have to have tactics when you hold. There's a certain way you hold, and those fundamental, I call them fundamental because we do those in the States all the time. You learn how to grab, you know what hand to grab, you know how to hold, you know how to hold his neck, you know how to do different things. And I think Anthony Joshua will benefit from learning how to use survival tactics as holding when you're hurt. But I'm telling you guys right now, he will not get hurt. He will watch out for the left. He will watch out for the right. He will keep your boy Andy with his jab in his face, and he will be on the back foot, on the front foot, and Anthony Joshua will destroy this kid, man. It's going to look ugly. It's going to be terrible, man. You guys are going to sit back and say, yo, where was this Anthony Joshua? Well, this Anthony Joshua had jet lag. That Anthony Joshua that we was looking for, he was in a state that he's not from. He's fighting a new place that he never fought in before. So these with so many factors with my boy Anthony Joshua, and you're not going to listen. You're not going to care about those things because all you want to know about is what happened in that ring. But I'm telling you right now, the fight is had before you get in the ring, people. You got to understand that. And like I told you before, man, fatigue will make a punk or sucker out of all of us. You dig what I'm saying? So stamina and his physicality in the inside in that ring, and he'll be okay. Point blank period. We got this, man. The fight gonna take place in Cardiff, man. I'm telling you right now. So you can speculate all you want to about Tijuana. What we not gonna do is make Andy Ruiz comfortable. Why would we give Andy Ruiz home field advantage? Because he took the belts from the boy Anthony Joshua. Listen, rematch clause is there for a reason. Anthony Joshua is still A-side. Now, if you beat Anthony Joshua again, I will give you credit, and I may take a liking to you. But at the end of the day, from this day until that fight, Anthony Joshua is A-side, and I don't want Anthony Joshua trying to make anybody else comfortable but himself, because you see Andy in the media right now talking reckless, calling my boy a robot, which is not true, and I don't understand why you guys fall into that trap. When you're a big guy, you move a certain way. But Anthony Joshua is definitely very fluid in that ring. You dig what I'm saying? But you'll see and you'll find out. And if you really care, you'll go look at his past fights and you'll see how fluid he really is. You understand me? Now, Anthony Joshua, should not allow this guy to get home court advantage just to show that you're dominant, just to show that you're the man, because anything can happen in boxing, right? You dig what I'm saying? So the fight should happen in Cardiff. For the UK fans, give the UK fans a nice treat. Keep those belts where they need to be in the UK, and let Andy take that long flight back home and think about everything he was saying about Anthony Joshua after he kissed the ring and bow down, because he owe rent. He owe extra rent, because you dig? I don't know what he did with those belts. You smell what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua is going to knock this cocksucker out. Point blank period. You rocking with your boy CBT, man. But don't let nobody fool you, man. Don't let nobody fool you, man. This was a fight that Anthony Joshua definitely has so many obstacles against him, man. A guy pulling out the fight, fighting in Madison Square Garden for the first time, jet lag, sparring rumors, all these different things was against him, and he ultimately almost was able to overcome it by knocking down Ruiz, but he slipped up and tried to finish the show thinking that Andy Ruiz was finished, and he wasn't done yet. So let's give props to Andy for getting up and not, because a lot of guys will be in this situation just quit or say, you know what, this guy is the man, let me just lay down. You dig what I'm saying? No, Andy got up and he did his thing, and I'm gonna give him props for that, but I don't like the guy. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. My boy Eddie Hearn is on the trigger, man. He's not letting that cocksucker get the fight in Madison Square Garden or Tijuana. Point blank period. Take it to Africa if you want anything like that there, huh? Let me show you how you do it in Africa style. You dig what I'm talking about, man? But at the end of the day, you rocking with your boy CBT. Something like something easy, man. Got more videos coming. Holla at your boy. Peace. Rocking with the best. Rocking with the best, man. These other channels can't do this like I'm giving it to you, man. Subscribe to the channel. It's all about boxing, man. It's all about boxing, man. What you need to do is rock with your boy and let this beat ride out. Subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the notifications. That's the button up top, man, because you rocking with the best, man. Rock with your boy. Peace.